July the 8th, 2017. We're back. Yesterday, I checked the trail cam and it was out of batteries. So I didn't have any batteries with me. So we're starting off the day there. We're gonna change that up. I pulled a cart off. All we had was raccoons, one coyote. So gonna have to let her sit longer. Been a couple days off the vlog. We gotta get caught up on some stuff. And then hopefully the storms stay away. Last night, a huge thunderstorm here. Some reports of tornadoes I heard across some parts of Ontario. Hopefully these winds are gonna die down and we're gonna get out for some smallmouth on Rice Lake. Pretty disappointed after the charity event last week. So we're gonna go try to figure these out. And we're gonna try something new while we're out there. So hold on tight. We're out here with the bait pile. I really don't like coming in here this much, but like I said before, the cam was absolutely out of battery last night, % left, which means now it's officially dead. So we're gonna just quietly get in here, quickly switch the camera batteries, and then just keep letting it sit. We're gonna grab the card too, put a bigger card in there. The mosquitoes are horrible. I went in there, switched the camera batteries, and the camera won't turn on. So I pulled it out of there. I was trying to mess around with it. The mosquitoes are so damn bad in there that you can't even stand in there. Man, they're bad. So we're gonna run home, try to figure out what's going on with these cams. I have a couple other ones just in case we can't get it to turn on, but it's hot out. Poured rain last night and those mosquitoes in there are ridiculous. All right, we're home. We're gonna check the new chip. It's probably just full of raccoons. Camera still won't turn on with new batteries. Technology is beautiful when it works, and when it doesn't work, it sucks. So pop this in. We want to use the 32 gig card again. It's probably full of raccoons. Raccoons, raccoons, raccoons. Oh, we got deer from last year. Oh, me and the squirrels. But we're not missing out on anything. I don't know why this won't turn on. Doesn't make sense. So we'll grab another cam and we'll go set it back up. Finally, I got this cam working. Technology is amazing when it works for you, but when it, first off, with all the editing and filming and stuff I've done over the years, I'll tell you this. If something doesn't work, it's probably something stupid you've done wrong. In this case, the bottom wasn't pushed in properly and it wasn't getting a connection off the batteries. So don't get frustrated when stuff won't work. Tinker, figure it out. I've been there. I have really no knowledge of computers all that well, but we always manage to get these videos out. Just Google it. It's usually something really stupid. Let's go set this thing back up. Absolutely beautiful day out. I haven't shot my bow in so long. It's gotta have been a couple weeks. I'm here at Mars Bars. It's windy, like real windy again. But I'm gonna throw down the Meat Eater podcast. I'm gonna shoot that 3D deer. Pumped to shoot my bow. It's been, I'm telling you, it's been at least 2 weeks since I shot my bow. I just fired off so many arrows, it's not funny. My arms are like jelly. You can tell it's been a while since I shot just because of how tired I am. Archery is like yoga for outdoorsmen. It's like the most, you know, it's the best way to come out, get unstressed, just fire some arrows around. If you're not shooting, I'm telling you, it should be. Okay, I got caught up in the YouTube zone. I went deep. I was watching a couple of videos and then next thing you know, it's later in the day. I got a question from Todd the other day. What would I'd rather fish, largemouth or smallmouth? To be honest, it's a little more fun to fish largemouth and to flip and get them on the big rods and the big guns. But if you're gonna win tournaments here in Ontario, you really need to get into fishing smallmouth. The majority of them here in Ontario are a lot bigger than anything you're gonna catch. As far as largemouth, you got a way better shot at getting a 20-pound bag of smallmouth on any of the lakes here than you do largemouth. So it's important to become a good smallmouth fisherman. since I'm not doing tournaments this year, I have kind of extra time. So Monday I got my butt handed to me on Rice Lake. So we're headed back to Rice Lake now. Hopefully we're gonna figure out the deeper smallmouth game. Practice, 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 and hopefully maybe we'll find something, catch some fish. It's a little windy out, so the conditions aren't perfect. We're gonna try this out and hopefully get on some smallmouth. Gotta learn. You can't learn anything if you don't get out there and try. We've made it back to Rice Lake, back to Perchzilla, northeast end of Rice Lake. This is like, there's fun fishing, and this kind of goes back to Todd's question. There's fun fishing, and then there's deep water smallmouth. I'm not very good at deep water smallmouth fishing. Marley and I have entered a ton of smallmouth into fishing tournaments over the years. 90% of them were shallow water fishing. We're really good at catching smallmouth shallow. Roaming fish, not so much schooled up deep fish. Other than the Great Lakes, pretty good Great Lakes fishermen, but the smaller core of the lakes, not so good. The big reason why we're doing this today, first off, the whole part of the reason to take time off tournaments this year was to work on my weaknesses and get better at the things that I need to become a more successful tournament angler. We're gonna try the Ned rig. I've heard lots of good things about it. I've never used it before. This is probably what we're gonna be dragging tonight. I did bring a couple flipping sticks because dragging deep water smallmouth is incredibly boring. Blows my mind standing out there. I got it tied on my tube rod, 10-pound braid, 6-pound leader. This is like work and fishing for me. Going out there, dragging up deep smallies. So we're gonna give it a go. Hopefully we get some. And if not, it'll just be another night of the world of bass kicking my butt. Look at the size of that on a flippin' jig. Dude, that's probably the biggest perch I've ever caught. Wow. Whoa. What? Bonus bass. Woo. All right, okay, just off the water, one smallie. I did lose 2 or 3. I dragged one around with, I thought I had weed, and I kind of give it a pull to knock the weed off. It was a smallmouth. I got 2 big hook shakes, head shakes, and the hook came out. But it's not a waste of a trip. I'll show you right now. What makes this successful is waypoints. Waypoints are every tournament angler, every bass fisherman is looking for. Just let these units fire up. When I was out on the lake tonight, every time I hooked a fish where I felt really good rock out on that, like when you're dragging a tube or a drop shot or a Ned rig, you can really feel the bottom. So when you feel really solid rock, mark those spots up, come back. It's gonna lay out, basically it's gonna map where you think the fish are. So here's the area I fished tonight. If you look right here, all the waypoints where I either had a hit or I felt some really good rock. So I might have only landed 1 decent fish. I did land 1 walleye and probably the biggest perch I've ever caught in my life. But keep adding up those waypoints. Every time you go, hit waypoint, it'll map where the fish are. And when you have a tournament and you have confidence in where you've hooked smallmouth before, you can run back to those spots and catch more fish. Honestly, all about baby steps to complete the whole picture. 5 of those bass would have done all right tonight. Tough night fishing, but it's good to be home. Collecting waypoints is, you know, it's not even a bummer. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight knowing that I know an area of my home lake a little better. I've collected some waypoints, I found some good rock, I caught a good smallie on it. Honestly, I lost 2 or 3 good ones too. 1 jump off, I lost 1 on a hook set. I caught a walleye on a Carolina rig, which was odd. And then I caught what is probably the biggest perch I've ever caught in my life. So it's not all, oh, I didn't get a ton of fish. I got a ton of information, which is somewhere down the road is going to lead to a ton of fish. It's all about baby steps and collecting that information to make something big happen. I'm telling you, it's how it is. Time on the water is the most valuable thing to any angler. I want to thank you all so much for subscribing, sharing, telling everybody about fear fishing. The channel's growing. It is absolutely amazing. There is more awesomeness to come. I am gonna eat some dinner. It's like 10 o'clock at night now. I'm gonna hit the hay. I hope you guys all smash fish today. Write about it in the comments. Let me know what you're catching, what you're using. I didn't get any fish on the Ned rig, but I'm not gonna give up on that. From everything I read, it's an amazing bait and that it really works. I just need to figure out how it works for me. So comment below. Let me know what you're catching and I'll see y'all tomorrow.